Hello, cider fans, and welcome to our next episode of our Meet the Makers series. In this episode, we're taking you all the way back to Asheville to our Cider Fest visit. And in this episode, we interviewed Lief from Noble Cider up there in Asheville, North Carolina. And he talked to us about a lot of good things, and also brought another one of his partners in to talk a little bit about something new that they got going on. At the time that we had done the interview, they hadn't talked to anybody about the new restaurant that they were putting up, but I think now it's kind of been broke in the news. So again, this is a little bit older video that we did up there, but it's still really cool.
It'll be a good reminder for you that it's coming.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. Yeah. So Noble Cider Works up there in Asheville, North Carolina, makes some really good stuff, really interesting stuff. It's all themed around medieval times, and I think it's really cool.
The best theming, I think, of anything. Consistent, like through all their ciders and their naming and their labeling and everything is really cool.
And I think they have one of the most unique and interesting tap rooms.
Yes.
Of any of the ones that we've seen. I mean, it's just a really cool. They've got their production right there on the side where you can see it, but also a nice little place for live music and to play games. And they got 3 little rooms that are made up like rumpus rooms from the 1970s, back when everybody had one down their basement. But it's just a pretty cool place to go and visit. But anyways, hope you enjoy this episode. If you want more information about our Meet the Maker series and find out what it is exactly, check out our first episode. I'll link right up here. And that gives you a little bit more information about what we're doing here. So before we get into this video, one little caveat I want to give you guys is about the video quality. So we were filming in between 2 stands at the festival, and as we were getting ready to film, foot traffic started coming through, so we had to scoot closer to the subjects, to Lief and I. Unfortunately, we did not refocus the camera. We're amateurs, give us a break. Anyway. So the quality of the video is going to be a little bit off. It'll be more focused behind us, but that's okay. And audio, again, just like our interview with Kevin, it may be a little hard to hear sometimes. We tried the best we could.
Yeah, music was going strong during that.
Oh yeah, and we were right in front of the stage when that was going on. Yeah, so there was a lot of extra stuff going on at that point in time. And if you've seen our video from Cider Fest, you'll see there are a lot of people there. There's people everywhere, walking all over the place, and I kind of think you kind of picked up with that from our interview with Lyndon. It was crazy. But if you want to see that one, I'll put a link to that one right up here as well. But anyways, I just want to kind of give you a little update about why the quality's not great. But anyways, without further ado, hope you enjoy. All right, cider fans, so here we are with Lief from Noble Cider here in Asheville, North Carolina. He was kind enough to allow us to interview him real quick, so we're just going to ask him a few questions. So Lief, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate all that you've done here.
Absolutely.
We really enjoy your stuff.
Thank you.
We've reviewed a couple of them, and it's all been great. So first of all, tell us a little bit about your backstory. How did you get into cider, and kind of, how did you start Noble Cider?
Well, it really had to do with Trevor. Was laid off from his job, and we were just trying to he was trying to figure out what he wanted to do next in his life. And his wife kind of jokingly said, "Let's start a cider company." And there were no cider companies in Asheville at the time. And it was a joke at first, but we were like, that's really a good idea. So he actually went off to train at the cider school with Peter Mitchell, and then came back and said, "I'm going to do this. You want to help me?" And I said, "Yeah."
Cool.
So that's how it started 6 years ago.
Awesome, very cool. So, and I guess in that 6 years, you've seen a lot of growth in this area.
We have, yeah. We were the first cidery here, and now there's quite a few.
Yeah, all right.
We did the first festival that we did. I think there was maybe 3 cideries there, a few hundred people.
Cool. Awesome.
So, yeah.
So
it's grown quite a bit since then. All right, cool. So so tell us a little bit about what you offer at your cidery and then here at the Cider Fest.
Sure. Well, we kind of focused on drier ciders. You know, when we first started this, both Trevor and I are half English, and so we'd experienced a lot of European ciders, and we really wondered why in the United States all the ciders were so sweet.
Gotcha.
So we really wanted to focus on making more of a dry, straight cider kind of thing. So that's what we've done. Most of our ciders are quite dry, and we got heavily involved in the apple side of it too. We have a juicing company, so we juice our own apples and have an orchard and that kind of stuff. So
cool. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so like I said, we tried a bunch of your stuff, and you know, back in April we were up here and kind of went through your cidery and everything. It was really cool. You know, tried different ciders that you had, and so kind of tell me what so far. What's the favorite one that you've done so far?
I really like the Blue Bard, which is our spring seasonal.
Yes.
And that one we take blueberries and we press them on a small press and put the blueberries and the skins in the tank with the cider and ferment that all together, kind of like a red wine process. So you get all the color from the skins and everything.
Yeah.
And then we back sweeten that with honey and rosemary.
Cool.
So it's just a very kind of savory, nice cider.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. Any insight into what you got coming out? Anything new that you've got coming on that you could tease our fans with or our viewers with?
Well, we started kind of a small batch program where we probably every about 3 weeks release a new small batch release, primarily for our tap room. Some of it gets distributed.
Yeah.
So I got a number of things going on. We've got a sweet potato cider coming up.
Sweet. Awesome.
So that's instead of doing pumpkin.
Yeah.
Which we did do a pumpkin a while back, but just kind of feel like
it's
pumpkin's kind of been done.
Yeah.
So sweet potatoes are the #1 crop in North Carolina.
Okay.
North Carolina is the #1 sweet potato grower in the United States. So I just thought, why not use sweet potatoes?
Yeah.
So we do one where we took a ridiculous amount of sweet potatoes and pulverized those, basically fermented them in the tank, and it's good. It's not done yet. We're still fermenting. A lot of the small batch ones we let those mature for quite a while. So a lot of times those are 3, 4, 5, 6 months in the making.
Yeah.
So I started that one a while ago, and it will be ready before Thanksgiving sometime.
Oh, sweet!
And
it'll be right in time.
Potato pie kind of thing. Yeah. So that's
cool.
coming up. We just released our blackberry peach crumbles.
Yeah.
So it's local blackberries we pressed in-house and South Carolina peaches all fermented together, and then we use some spices at the end, cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, some French apple brandy.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
And sort of going for a sort of a pie kind of thing.
Cool. That's very cool. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things we've never seen before is, you know, that sweet potato thing, and you know, this blue blackberry crumble stuff. I mean, that's all really cool stuff. And I think that's what we really like about, you know, North Carolina ciders and just going to all these different places. Everybody's just trying something different.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think you get into a rut where all the national brands, they do the same thing. You know, everybody's got a blood orange, and everybody's got this, and everybody's got that. But it's cool to see all these, you know, all our local cideries really branching out. Sure. You know.
Yeah. It's great. It's great what everyone's making. I really like the small batch stuff because it really allows us to. We try in general to just really use local, real ingredients.
Right.
So if we make a blackberry, it's blackberries.
Yeah.
Or you know, peaches, it's peaches. So you know, we just don't want to mess with flavoring, natural flavoring, artificial flavoring, that kind of thing.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So now we like to kind of ask this of all the ciders that we go to, but what do you kind of see as the barriers for North Carolina ciders? Like, what do you see? What do you kind of run into? What kind of roadblocks do you run into with your ciders, and what do you kind of see keeping our state back from really branching out and flourishing?
Well, I think in a lot of ways it is really flourishing. I mean, we've seen a lot of growth in cider in North Carolina. Certainly a lot of growth in the amount of cideries. We went from really none to quite a few now. There's a lot of cideries in North Carolina.
Right.
Producing a lot of great stuff. I think when we first started, North Carolina is actually a pretty good apple growing area, but a lot of the growers weren't really interested in supporting us. So we've really worked on creating bonds with the growers, and we've seen a big shift in now they actually see us as a viable industry, and maybe planting trees that are more focused on cider. So that's been a big shift. And then it's just education, letting people know what cider is. When we first started, a lot of people didn't even know what cider was. So we've seen a big shift from that to now when you approach people, they do kind of know what cider is, and now it's maybe educating people maybe more on the variety of cider that exists. Just as a country, cider's kind of new to a lot of people, even though it existed before Prohibition.
Right.
But it's flourished this whole time in Europe. So there's a strong culture in France, and England, and Spain of cider, and they produce really clear varieties for their different regions.
Absolutely.
So I think educating people on that this huge world of cider exists.
Right.
It's not just a very sweet cider. There's a huge world.
Right.
Just like beer, wine.
Right.
And,
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Cool. Awesome. All right. So we hear that Noble Cider's got a new area coming out, a new place that you guys are kind of spearheading and everything. So tell us a little bit about that. I think you said that you had Trevor here that may be able to help us out with that a little bit.
Sure. Trevor's my business partner. We started Nobile together, and so he's kind of heading up the downtown expansion. It's a restaurant, which is a kind of a newer thing for us. It's not just a tap room. It's a full-on restaurant.
Cool.
And his brother is actually the chef who was brought in to do it. He's a Michelin-trained chef who's opened restaurants around the world, over 30 restaurants, and he is a very, very, very good chef. He really knows what he's doing, so we're really excited to have him on board. Maybe I'll have him step in.
That'd be awesome if you could do that.
Serve some cider.
Do you want to talk about your current location and maybe do you know your hours and what all you have to offer there?
Sure, yeah. So our current space is our production space, and it's on New Leicester Highway in Asheville. It's a big production space with a tap room in it. So when you're there, you can see all the tanks and everything. We are open Wednesday through Sunday, 3:30 till 10. Wednesday, Thursday, and
we've been doing a little bit earlier on Friday, Saturday.
Noon to 10.
And then Sundays, for you churchgoers, it starts at 2.
There you go. So this is Trevor. He is one of the founders of Noble Cider. So thank you for coming in. Now we were asking Lief about your new location. So he said
the
that you would
downtown.
be, the new downtown location.
Yeah.
So he said that you would be the more of the expert on that. So if you wouldn't mind telling our viewers a little bit about that.
So let me set that down.
Yeah.
Awesome. How are you?
So kind of one of our missions is to we're doing more than just cranking out cider.
Yeah.
Right? We want to elevate the entire cider experience. So we decided with my brother, who happens to be a very top tier world class chef, moving back to town. So we are going downtown. We're starting a full scale restaurant, full bar, and of course taps.
Oh, sweet.
So we're able to incorporate cider cocktails with great, excellent, creative cider cocktails. We've got my brother in the kitchen doing, Michelin quality stuff.
Awesome.
He was the sous chef for the Fat Duck in England for years.
Oh,
which
very
is
good.
3 Michelin star. So, and he's worked at other Michelin star places. So he's going to bring that knowledge and his desire to be more sustainable in the kitchen kind of syncs up with our missions.
Yeah.
And just so our apple, because we press our own juice, so you have the apple mash left over, which goes up to the farmer up the road. So we're getting red Angus cattle and pigs and cows essentially that we're able to create menu items for. So it's kind of a closed loop type sustainable environment that we're able to just elevate ingredients across the board. So cider, food elements, and cocktail elements.
Cool. Awesome.
It's kind of the modern American bistro is what I would call it, but world flavors and big bold flavors.
Very good. Cool.
Yellow Jackets.
Yeah.
Extra protein.
They're out today. Yeah. So that's awesome. That's very good. It's good to see, the ciders kind of branching out these days and really kind of getting into what, different, not just to make it. Yeah. So now, you said you'd have taps on hand. Will it just be your stuff, or will you be showcasing other things as well?
Well, primarily the taps will be reserved for our own products, just because it's easier and less recycling going on. But we'll keep some select bottles of cider as well as wine too. I mean, we're a full restaurant, so we'll have some reds and white wines as well, and sparkling wines, but also other French and English and some Spanish ciders as well.
Very good. Very good.
For people to kind of explore and a lot of people, I mean, you could probably ask everybody here, maybe a handful of them have tried a true French or a true English or a true Spanish cider.
Yeah.
So being able to just expose people to that in an environment that's more comfortable to them, like with food. I mean,
pairings. I mean, that's where it goes, right?
Exactly. I mean, you have a captive audience when you're eating, right?
Yeah, right, absolutely.
And it's different than like a churn and burn kind of tap room where you're just like in and out. You get to just capture people a little bit longer and develop their portfolio of knowledge.
Awesome.
That's what it's all about.
Good. Very good. Awesome.
That's what we are on the cider scene. I mean, you guys as well.
Yeah.
We're just trying to expand people's knowledge and breadth of understanding of what cider can be.
Absolutely. Cool.
And what's your timeline for opening, and where's your location?
So we're right downtown on Rankin Avenue, downtown Asheville, or 45 Rankin. It's a historic building, actually 1927, I think, 28.
Very good.
Very cool. I have a lot of history with that building from my time in Asheville. I've worked in various other businesses.
Okay.
And it's been empty for a long time. So we're happy to be part of that revitalization of that specific building in downtown Asheville. But so our timeline for opening will be Q1, so late January probably, 2019.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very good.
But yeah, we're excited. We'll have to get you guys up.
Absolutely.
When we open up, it's going to be a full-on experience. Excellent
beautiful.
Cocktails, excellent cider, of course, and excellent food.
Awesome.
Making it happen.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you to you and Lief as well for entertaining us here today and being with us. And and again, guys, if you're out there, if you're in the Asheville area, please stop by Noble Cider. They make some great things. They've got a great variety.
Tap room.
Oh yeah, I mean we've been in there. I mean it is one of the most unique tap rooms we've ever seen, and it's great. They've got little areas for you to go, different rooms, little nooks. Yeah, I mean it is awesome. It's one of the most unique tap rooms we've ever been in. So if you're up here in Asheville, please stop by and see these guys. They do a really good job. But yeah, we appreciate all that you guys are doing here, and we're really looking forward to what you're doing in the future. So
oh man, it's all about building the experience of cider on the whole.
Absolutely. I mean, and this is what it's about. I mean, making North Carolina the destination for cider.
The top of mind. I mean, the state of North Carolina, we have wonderful cider makers in North Carolina.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, all over the place.
In the South. Really.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we get recognized enough.
Oh, absolutely.
In the U.S. because everybody thinks New York.
Up there where the apples are.
But we hold it down. We hold it down strong.
That's right. We sure do. Absolutely. So, all right, guys. Well, we appreciate all that you guys do. We thank you again for taking some time out to talk to us, and we'll see you guys later.